All right. We have some huge news in the UFC. Dana White has announced fights for UFC 314 and UFC 315. And now, the biggest thing that was talked about yesterday was Ilia Topuria moving up from the featherweight to the lightweight division and is vacating his title. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys feel like Ilia did his thing in the featherweight division, or was it too early? He had one title defense against Max Holloway, knocked him out, and seems like he's going after Islam Makhachev. Now, nothing has been confirmed versus Ilia and Islam, but it does seem like that is in the works. There might be a couple matches before he gets there. He might go against a contender. I checked out MMA Guru's video, and he speculated that they might have Ilia going against Dustin Poirier or Armen Sarukyan. Either way, bangers. Armen Sarukyan hurt his back. That would bring Armen back for a title shot if he beats Ilia Topuria. Dustin Poirier just wants one last fight, one more, uno más. He wants to solidify himself as a legend, which I feel like he already is a legend, but he wants to make sure he goes out on his own accord. And that last fight with Islam Makhachev was a war, and I feel like there is one more in the tank for Dustin Poirier. And if he beats Ilia, GOAT status for sure. So either way, gonna be some great fights in the lightweight division now that Ilia and Max Holloway are back there, and this opens up some room for a featherweight title. And we have Diego Lopez versus Alexander Volkanovski for the title. I'm not sure how Volk feels about this whole situation. He kind of wanted to have a rematch with Ilia. There's some bad blood between the two, but he's not getting that. But he does have a title opportunity, and he could potentially be champ again. We could see Volk, Alexander the Great, as the champion, but he has to get through Diego Lopez, who has had a bunch of momentum going his way. He's on a 5-fight win streak. His last win was against Brian Ortega in the Sphere, and Diego's hungry, bro. He has the youth on his side. Time is on his side, and this is not going to be a easy fight for either one of the two. So huge news as the main event, but also the co-main is just as good. We have Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. Banger of a fight. Paddy Pimblett on a win streak of his own, and he had a tremendous win against Bobby Green via triangle and armbar. Michael Chandler just went against Charles Oliveira and almost closed the show against Charles Oliveira towards the end of the fight. Had me tripping low key. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is looking scary. But you know, Michael Chandler's a dog. He always wants to get in there. He's active. He's super in shape. So this is going to be a great fight as well for a co-main. 5 rounds. I'm hyped up to see it. And I also want to check out some of the other matches on this UFC 314 card, and we'll go into UFC 315. So let's check it out, guys. Let's go. Like I said, we have Volk versus Diego Lopez for the title. Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates has been on a tear, man. I feel like he's fought, I wonder how many fights he's had this last year. He fought 4 times, I believe. Okay, so he fought 4 times, and he says that he wants to have around 6 or 7. And Jeff Neal, he's 16-6. Mr. Handsome Steel himself. Is going to be a great match for Carlos Prates, and it seems like if Carlos Prates could get this win streak going, there might be a title shot in the near future. We also have Dominic Reyes going against Krylov. Krylov is an experienced fighter, ranked number 8, the minor, 30 wins, 9 losses, and he's been taking names, bro. Let's see, he's on a 3-fight win streak, and looking good for this card. The rest of the card is looking great. Also, Chase Hooper, young guy, grappler, jiu-jitsu guy, also making a name for himself. So UFC 314 banger is going to be in Miami April 12th. Stay tuned. And we also have more title fights announced. Belal Muhammad versus JDM. Now, a lot of people weren't expecting this. We're expecting JDM to go against Shawn Brady in London, but this was moved, and JDM has his first title shot. JDM has been not as active as we would like to see. His last fight was against Gilbert Burns, which was a close fight. If you guys checked out that fight with Gilbert Burns, very close. JDM still did not give up and was able to win via TKO, I believe. And man, I would love to see Joaquin Buckley in this position for JDM, but JDM, you know, these opportunities don't come often. So against Belal Muhammad, seems like he's healthy. I believe it was like a toe injury for Belal Muhammad, so it's good to see that he's back. Shevchenko back in the mix with the title defense. Recently, she won the title against Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso is also on this card. And we also have Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales. You know, I love seeing Gilbert Burns active, bro. Jiu-jitsu competitor. He has been a dog, and you know, he is towards the end of his career, but he's still staying active, which we love to see. Gilbert Burns is 38 years old. So we have that. We also have Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Just overall, great vibes going into it. We haven't had some big news like this happen in a long time with these announcements. You know, we always get hyped up when we see Dana White in the room. We see all the map and all the names in the back. Nothing that we could have predicted. Ilia moving up a weight class. I know Ilia did have a win against Max Holloway. I would like to see, you know, some more title defenses, but it does seem like he wants that legend status. And if he's able to, you know, get to Islam and beat him, there's nothing else we could say. Bro could go on a 5-fight losing streak, and we'll still talk about that run that Ilia Toria had. So I understand it, but you know, I think the fans would like to see more title defenses for the champions before they start moving and fluctuating in weight. There has been some speculation that it wasn't even really the weight cut that was bothering him. It's a tough thing to do, especially for fighters. But it felt like, you know, Ilia is he's not a huge tall guy. I believe he's like 5'4". Let's see. Let's check it out. He's 5'7". So even going against Islam, there's going to be a size advantage for Islam Makhachev, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So, you know, Ilia is 5'7". I'm sure the weight cut is tough, but I do believe that he could have still kept on making the weight. But that was his decision, and can't wait to see what's next for the UFC. We still haven't had news on John Jones and Aspinall or Ilia and Islam, so I'll make sure to make videos on that if we get any insight on what's going down. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this just because it was such a big announcement as of late. So thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any recommendations for the channel, leave them down below. Hope you guys enjoy and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. We out. Peace.